Dear friends, I share my knowledge and experience on this channel, and I want to share my thoughts with you. God has built everything according to a plan, and within that plan, of course, we will witness many events that will hurt us, make us sad at times, and then make us happy. If we learn lessons from our experiences, they will strengthen us when they come back to us as experiences. Let's not forget that not all pain makes you mature. The important thing is to be on the right side of your experiences. Don't feel sorry for losing worldly things. The knowledge you have been given is not something that can be bought with money. It is the price you have paid. Someone is eating the world. Someone is fighting and shedding blood, small and large, to collect it. Others just observe it, study it, analyze it in minute detail, and learn from it. We are on the observing side. Let us lose, let us go, let them fight for the worldly. The so-called divine knowledge of God has become a rhyme and a chewing gum in everyone's mouth. Everyone talks about God and tells the truth, but when it comes to practicing it, they run away, because there is not an iota of love and knowledge of God in their hearts. As I mentioned earlier, the price you pay is the knowledge of the truth, and this knowledge is implanted in your heart by God. They speak the same words as you. They talk about the same God, but His word will always be invalid because He has not paid the price you have paid. No one who has not lost a child can understand your pain. Fire burns where it falls. Only those who have lost a child can understand your pain as an example. I hope you understand what I mean. So God has been generous to everyone with food, drink, and shelter. Let us not forget that geography is not fate, but the fault of selfish and ignorant people if there are hungry people. Here I come to the most important part. Divine knowledge and wisdom can never be bought with money. You cannot get it from God without paying the price. It is the message given to you, and once it enters your heart, no one has the power to take it out of there. In life, we interact with thousands of living beings. We all act according to a plan, but most of us are not aware of it. To keep hearts alive, we need to think a lot and avoid empty pursuits. Jesus was the greatest example. He gave so much of Himself that there was no pain or suffering. I'm not telling you to be Jesus, which we can't be, but one thing is certain. Pain and suffering for a just cause makes you mature. Remember that if you are on the right side, what is one of the reasons why most people remain ignorant? They are not developing because they are on the wrong side of the plan. I don't have the power to intervene in what is happening in your daily life today, but I have a word, and it is this. Do not look at life through a narrow window, because not only your own community is not your concern, any situation where you don't have a universal view will be to your detriment. This will not come back to you as knowledge. You will always stay in a vicious circle and think that you are developing. The reason I say don't look from a narrow perspective is this: because God's knowledge is bigger than your small world, my friend. So to investigate and analyze every human being, every living being as much as possible to reach its hidden treasures. That's what I've always wanted to say. We humans are the most dangerous species on Earth. If anyone has used this sentence before me, if I have read it before, I could never make sense of it. I must have read it as an empty word, and now I realize with all my heart that we humans are the most dangerous species. So don't look for the devil outside, look for him inside. He is in our actions, in our thoughts, everywhere. I have been a researcher and writer of all the ancient books on earth for about 10 years. I have paid a great price. What I have paid is not important for others. This is the biggest problem between us. As I said at the beginning, fire burns where it falls. You have to think that the so-called believers are in the majority. And then there are those who believe from the heart. That's why I sincerely believe that we misunderstand God. We have to take responsibility, like Jesus. Heartfelt faith increases your energy. You can be as sick as you wish. You can have problems, but your mind and consciousness are always awake. I'm not saying we should suffer 24/7. Even changing the life of one person can be a sacrifice like saving the whole humanity. As the saying goes, breaking a person's prejudices is more difficult than splitting the atom. Remember that God's prophet means his message. His prophets are the message. It is not just one person who carries the message. It is billions of living beings who carry the message. The important thing is to collect among them the information that will lead you to the divine light. Stay peaceful, stay beautiful. Thank you endlessly for listening to me. I apologize in advance for any incorrect translation